As far as the forensic audit, City Council does an audit every year per our guidelines and under state statute.
Palm Coast City Council spent part of its recent workshop addressing public calls for a forensic audit. Instead, the council directed staff to move forward with a citywide risk and efficiency assessment. Acting City Manager Lauren Johnston.
In recent conversations, the mayor and city council directed us to do a risk and efficiency assessment. So that is the direction that was given to staff of what they wanted to do as those next steps.
The assessment, conducted by national firm Plant Moran at a cost of about $50,000, examined operations across departments and compared Palm Coast's risk profile to other municipalities. The consultants said no alarming or unusual findings stood out. Among the highest ranked risks, political turnover, asset management of aging infrastructure, IT inefficiencies, and staffing shortages. Palm Coast Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri.
Again, when you just look at this bar chart and you're not taking it into context as to what other municipalities face, you think, oh my gosh, we've got political climate issues, we've got asset management issues, we've got IT and security infrastructure issues. When in reality, it doesn't seem like we specifically have those issues. It seems like municipalities in general are susceptible to many of these issues. And so we need to not look at these in a vacuum, but really look at the forest of what all municipalities are faced with.
Council members also discussed whether the city should create its own internal audit team, in addition to the state-mandated financial audit. Councilman Charles Gambaro wanted clarification.
So, ma'am, this would be in addition to our audit that we do every year that's required by the state. You're saying basically having an inspection or an audit team internally to perform those checks that we also pay somebody else to go do.
That is correct. The annual audit is a financially focused exercise with some but not a comprehensive inspection into operations and other non-financial areas of the city.
Some on the dais suggested reviewing and updating the risk report every few years rather than annually, while still tracking progress in quarterly updates. The council is expected to decide in the coming months which recommendations to implement. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, September 30th.
That is one of the misconceptions that has been around forever, and it drives me crazy.
Melinda Everson dispels some misconceptions about Habitat for Humanity during Free for All Friday.
Many still think Habitat for Humanity just gives away homes. As Executive Director for Habitat St. John's, Melinda Everson explains these families work for their homes. And she told David Ayers that before they move into their home, they're actually there on-site banging nails and painting walls.
They have to do volunteer sweat equity hours. They have to do education on budget, financing, and home buyer education.
And Habitat builds these homes to be affordable, but not free.
It is not a giveaway. At the end of it, they get a mortgage. We help facilitate an affordable mortgage. We work with local lenders. And so the goal is to get them at 30% of their monthly gross income. That is what is considered affordable.
For quite a while, home ownership has been out of reach for many families. And then something happened a few years ago to exacerbate the problem.
I mean, we had an affordable housing issue before COVID. But when housing prices almost doubled, it just became impossible for some. That's why you see more people homeless, couch surfing, and they can't even afford basic rent anymore.
To find out if you qualify for a Habitat home, go to habitatstjohns.org. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located right off I-95 at exit 311. 50-year-old fugitive Christopher Connors is arrested in Flagler County after fleeing Lee County. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
The pervert wanted by the Lee County Sheriff's Office in Southwest Florida found out he should have not fled to Flagler County as we work with our partners. He was arrested by deputies because he was wanted for sex crimes in Lee County. He also has an extensive criminal history in Missouri and had been a registered sex offender since 2022. He's now being held at the Green Roof Inn waiting for extradition to Lee County. It was great teamwork between the Flagler County Sheriff's Office and the Lee County Sheriff's Office in apprehending this pervert before he could commit additional offenses.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.